Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today, as you guys can see up on the screen, I want to talk a little bit about Occugen Incorporated. This is ticker symbol OCGN, and we are talking about this one today because so far it's popping. This thing is up 18% almost on the day. It started out a little bit slow, opening at $7.33 after a $7.15 close to the previous week. So just, a minor opening to the day, but obviously as things went on, you can see between 10:15 and 10:35 we had this, which was a 15% jump in like 30 minutes. That is a very, very big deal, and that also indicates most likely some big news coming out since it didn't open higher, since it jumped that high that fast. There must have been something coming out right there. So in this video today, we're going to be going over what is going on with OCGN, why it popped so much, why it popped so fast, and maybe what the future has in store for it as well, maybe what we're doing with this stock. So hopefully you guys do enjoy it. Definitely drop a like if you do enjoy it. I would appreciate that a ton. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Clicking that button really quick would be absolutely awesome. Helps us out a ton. We're trying to run those numbers up. We recently passed 1,100 subscribers. We passed 1,000 a couple weeks ago. 2,000 hopefully right down the road. That would be absolutely awesome, and I would appreciate it a ton. Also, check out the links in the description if you want to get signed up on a Robinhood or Webull and get yourself some free stocks. With that being said, let's get right into this one. Occugen, again, popping today. Right now sitting at $8.38. It's kind of been all over the place, but in this window up here, between like $8 flat and closer to $8.60, $8.70, been kind of trading in this channel. Either way, it's a huge jump up from where it started the day to a huge jump up from where it closed on Friday. Things are going good for Occugen right now, and also it's been a good year for Occugen overall. Again, depending on who you ask, probably, because if you bought in, $15 or on this big one, which is $15 again, maybe you're not feeling so good. But year to date, this thing's up 176%. This thing was $3 on January 4th of 2021. Now, just 9 months later, again, we're sitting at $8.39, and we've been for the last, June is like 3 months ago. For the last 3 months, we've been between $6 and like $9. So even then, even at $6, that's 100% gains from then. So things have been pretty stable at a very good point for Occugen. This isn't a tiny company like sometimes we talk about having these big jumps, big moves. This is a $1.69 billion company. So again, it's not like a big company, but it's not like a $100 million company or $200 million company or something like that we sometimes talk about. So let's actually get into the news now of why this thing is up so big today. What is leading to these 17, 18, 20% gains? This comes from Pulse2.com. OCGN stock, why it significantly increased today. Obviously, that is just what we're looking for, so hopefully this article has some answers for us. The stock price of Occugen Inc. significantly increased during intraday trading. This is why it happened. Investors are responding positively to reports that the World Health Organization, the WHO, obviously always a very big name to be watching out for. If they have a news story coming out and it's positive surrounding your company, surrounding your stock, especially if it's one of these smaller companies, if it's one of these companies that is prone to these volatile jumps, that can be a big thing. But the news is that they will likely, again, it's just a report. It hasn't happened, but it's just likely that they will grant approval for an emergency use listing, an EUL, for Covaxin, a COVID-19 vaccine. COVID-19 vaccine, I guess, kind of on the nose with the name, manufactured in India. Covaxin is being manufactured by Bharat Biotech and the Indian Council of Medical Research, the ICMR, and they've been looking for approval since July, so, about 2 months now. All documents required for EUL of Covaxin have been submitted to the WHO as of July 9th. The review process has now commenced with the expectation that we will receive EUL from WHO at the earliest. This is the chairman and managing director of Bharat Biotech said in a tweet. Covaxin is known as being 77.8% effective against symptomatic COVID-19 cases based on the final phase 3 trials, and it is 63% effective against asymptomatic cases, plus it is 65% effective against the Delta variant. Obviously, the world, the economy, everyone everywhere is looking for things that are going to be effective, things that are going to be useful, things that are going to be positive against the Delta variant. That's like as we look to take this next step towards getting back to normal, getting back to reality, which seems like we're so far removed from at this point. It seems like it's going to be so hard. Like maybe the world will never go back to normal, but a big step, a big hurdle in that for a lot of people. A lot of people who are still scared and worried and everything about COVID is going to be the Delta variant. So obviously, if something can do good against that, if something can be effective, if something is having positive trials, positive tests, whatever, if something can make a big difference out there, it can help change lives. It can help change the world, which is obviously first and foremost, that would be a very, very big deal. If it can save people, if it can help people, if it can help open up, if it can, help keep people out of the hospital, keep people from dying, that would be absolutely awesome. But obviously, there is an awesome opportunity there as a business venture as well. You can get a bunch of these vaccines out. Again, the one problem is that vaccines are not all that profitable. A lot of people are getting their vaccines for free. It's not necessarily like a thing where you're just making a ton of money, but it can definitely help get your brand out there, get your name out there. It can, maybe give a little bit of revenue coming your way. So this could be a very, very big deal. Again, the market is responding to this very, very positively. Once this news came out, we saw this 15% jump. It's holding. We'll see how this holds out throughout the rest of the day. We'll see how this news holds out, through the rest of the week, into the coming weeks and months and stuff. Because again, in the short term, none of this really matters too much. In investing, it's going to be a long game. We'll have to see. If this EUL does actually even get approved, because again, this news is not that the WHO has approved it. This is that the Bharat Biotech thinks it's going to be approved, or assumes it's going to get approved, or maybe even they've heard that it's going to get approved, whatever, but they submitted all their documents, they know the thing's done, and now they're just waiting. But if this thing doesn't get approved, watch out. We're going to be giving back these 15% gains, probably, and then some, because even at these prices down here, even at $7.20 or whatever, some people expecting it to get approved is definitely baked into that price. So then if it doesn't get approved, it's going to go even lower than it was before, and then people are going to be panic selling. You're going to hit a bunch of stop losses and stuff, and it's going to tank and tank and tank. Who knows where it's going to end up? Maybe that'd be a buying opportunity at that point. But again, watch out for that. There is still some risk involved here, but if this thing does get approved, it might be a nice little jump. Maybe it'll be a buy of the rumor, sell the news play. Who knows exactly? But yeah, it will be interesting to see, do they get this EUL? And then once it starts getting distributed to people, if this vaccine does start going out, it'll be interesting to see how it does, how effective it is, how it helps cases. Is there any side effects? Is it does it have any downsides and stuff like that? But again, the trials are looking good. They're having some good results. They're expecting some good news. Things are going well. And obviously, this is going to help them out, because at the end, here's the big important part, that Occugen is partnered with Bharat Biotech by co-developing the Covaxin vaccine candidate for COVID-19 in the U.S. and Canadian market. So again, even though this is centered around a Bharat Biotech and an Indian Council of Medical Research and stuff coming out of India, being manufactured in India, this is still leading back to Occugen. This is still affecting them in the end. And again, if all goes well, could be some very, very big news for them. That's what's going on with Ocgn. That is what maybe the next coming weeks have in store for them as well. But that is it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Ocgn stock. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on my latest content. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.